Good evening, everybody. I'm Judi Diven. I'm the chair of the program. And tonight we have two coaches, twice a one.
1.5.
1.5. The primary violist in our symphony. First name.
Tatiana.
And Flavio.
That's right.
And so, a couple of reminders. Anybody need to sign up with your email address, zip code, and we keep track of people who come in. So everybody's making something after. So we'll start the program, and players are right up here from
Here we are. Listen, I'm totally vaccinated, so I have to take this off.
Well, you have to if you're playing the flute.
Totally vaccinated.
I'll play and then I'll let you know about the time.
Oh, thanks.
One is flute, the other is guitar.
Gotcha.
Sure.
That's good.
Oh, we're going to be playing the second movement. This is a 3-movement piece.
Okay. Do you want the score? It's on here. Oh. Oh. No. Oh, this is just the guitar part. Oh, here we go. You have those parts. Okay. You don't have a score. Just the parts.
That's
Okay.
what I'm playing, what you're looking at.
Yeah, right. Usually the score has it together, but that's okay. I can look at both parts. Okay.
It'd be nice to have it that way.
Okay.
Okay.
You look at one, I'll look at the other.
The dog barks aren't part of it, Doctor. I'm sorry, she's
On
misbehaving.
We are not pro. I'm certainly not pro.
No.
So
I understand.
you can critique me, tell me to blow smoke, do whatever you want to do. That's why I'm here. Okay. My fault. Can we start over again? Yeah.
bar after 4. This way. He's at a bar after 4 now.
Can we pick it up at 4 again?
4, yeah.
a great start. It's a really great start.
Yeah.
It's not the end, it's the beginning, right? Right, no, it's really nice.
So since this piece is a Sicilian, it has this very 6/8 feel to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and early in 2. And if you can always have that feeling of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, da-da, it's a little dance.
Yeah.
Ba-dee-da-dee-da, 1, 2, 3. And it also, through the whole piece, sometimes he puts in actual little hairpins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That can really inform how you practice to play and how you play maybe away from it's 2 little beats of 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So not to emphasize 2 and 3 too much after you've played 1. Da, 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 dee, da, 1, da, dee, da, dee, da. And anything that comes off of those da, dee, da, a little bit lighter in feel, so that also that helps the dance to move along. So just to have that in mind when you're playing it.
Are you looking at a particular section?
All the way through, so that dance feel does apply to the whole thing. So just an idea to be able to inform how even though it's quite well marked dynamically, in order to be able to avoid playing, like for example, let's say in bar, I'm looking at bar 11. Even in a crescendo, to know what to do with those 16th notes so that they're not all equal. You don't want to play, all equal notes. Also, he does something really nice with the flute part, where you have slurs, and when it comes to the dolcissimo, it too. you have some slurred notes, and then you have dotted notes.
Yeah.
And to make really a nice distinction between those, so da 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 ba be da 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 be da. We can overemphasize the fact that those are dotted. And even take a little bit of time. So, oh, this is un poco più mosso, so it's a little faster, but take your time on those little dotted figures, notes there. That's what I would say. Do you have something to help with the guitar?
Couple of little things. Let me-
He's more of the guitarist.
No. First of all, it's everything she says, I agree. Number one. Otherwise I'm in trouble with it. But first, Siciliana, this dance has, it's not only that it's, yes, absolutely, it is a dance, but it's a very specific dance. It has this specific rhythm, pam, pa pam, pam, pa pam, pam. All the Sicilianas that you have, like Brahms has one in the Heinberry. Dum, pa-dum, pa, da-dum, ping. So, ta-dum, pam,
It's very light.
pa-dum, pam. Fauré has a beautiful Siciliana that I think is for flute, in fact, right? All this, so that's where you want to get. Number one, that is what the composer is telling you. It is a Siciliana.
Can I take you?
Now, with the guitar, doesn't play that. You don't play that. You play the bass where she can really no. Why? I don't want to have you have your interpretation. And
I know.
yeah. Why are you playing ha, pa, 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 pa?
Because I had a flag when that note, when that second.
Yeah, but
cluster note.
it's just a suggestion. Do you think it could be like long pom, pom, pom,
Let it ring a little
pom,
bit.
pom, 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 pom. Right. So she can flow over that in a way. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
We also
Yeah,
marked
try
the
that.
piano just to
And-
start,
Right.
so a little softer, just underneath, which is
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
We get into this all the time.
Yeah.
What's your criticism? I mean, I can play this without the amp, you won't even hear the guitar. I mean, I can do it that way. That might be the way to do it.
For here,
Or-
either way,
yeah.
it doesn't matter. I mean, it's for us, and we're trying to get a little more you two together also.
Well, this was certainly written when there was no amp, so. You might want to try it without the amp.
Okay.
Yeah, see how that goes.
That's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
We can try, but yeah. Anyway, but try to just, you almost don't need like 1, 2, 3, 2, like what you said. You should just start, because you start alone. So, P down, and you just go with her. Try just the beginning. Let's go a little bit at a time. Go like try to have the first phrase or two. See if we can get, that you are really making chamber music.
Okay, so.
So, and this long, try to go with it.
Maybe like 5 bars.
Yeah, just a couple of phrases.
4, 5, 6. 1, 2,
Yeah.
3,
That was lovely. That's really nice. That's really nice. I
I
love how
tried to get on every, 1, 2,
Yes.
4.
Yeah, and everything else was lighter and leading towards the 1. It's either leading towards a 1 or it's leading towards a 4 or coming
Yeah.
away. It's really nice.
You play your first chord, the C minor chord. I listen like a major chord. It's like don't you have like a E flat? That's a difference. Look, so all you're gonna do, your chords are like this. That's right.
I got you.
It's like it's a James Bond thing.
I didn't realize I was playing.
Sneaking underneath.
Yeah, right. So that will make a difference. But the real thing that you're listening and you're hearing is this voice. really nice. It's chromatic, so try to get that. Let's do it again.
Verse 6, did you say?
Just start. See if you can get it. You just start. You don't.
That's an interesting one where you're not really doing the Tatiana anymore. You're just leading right over to the last part. And back into the dance. That's nice. That sounds great. Really nice.
Oh, good. Such a good piece. Oh,
Yeah.
that melody.
That's lovely.
Yes.
Very nice. Okay. Is that on to next, or do you want
I
to?
think that's enough.
It's up to you. I don't know how the time, how long we have. How's the time divided?
You have 10 more minutes if you want.
Okay, no, so let's use it. No, I think we can do it. It doesn't matter, we won't be able to do the whole piece, but we can get like a few phrases, then from there you can repeat.
Just how much latitude do I have in chording? Can you look at the guitar part
Yeah. What?
and the last chord there?
Which one? Last chord then?
Yeah.
That is, they're like here, like, it's a more simple chord. It's like, you're playing like this. Oh, that one.
No.
You're talking about which
Yeah.
one? The real end?
Yeah, I'm not playing that chord
It's
because
just a C minor chord.
I think your ear, that's what your ear is picking up. That
Yeah.
chord doesn't belong there, but it sounds so nice.
Oh, it could, yeah. But
How much latitude do I have to change that?
this is what this is the chord. It's like the C minor. You're playing, it's a minor again. It's like E flat. The whole piece has E flats.
Okay,
You see it?
okay.
And then the same thing, an octave lower. And it's yeah, but you're playing major. It's all minor. You know how to play a C minor in the guitar.
I do, yes.
So that's the chord. That's it.
There you go.
Absolutely. That's what it is. See? And then there you have the same, just an octave higher. And then,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, well,
You
I
can
was
play on
playing
the
that
8th
wrong.
fret, like the chord like this, it will be higher. You see, you know the C minor on the 8th fret?
Well, except I'm tuned to D here.
I see. Does it
So
ask
my
for? Oh yeah, that's a 6th
So
chord.
my C
I
is,
see. Yes, you should put
so,
some.
but
It's okay. I
that's
understand.
okay.
Yeah, no, but I think also that's why you have that. So I think if you would try to get your accompaniment, like really to go. And now look, you have this chord like it's and go to the beginning, and then it's a major. Then you have. It's like a pedal. You always have that C. Can you read the top voice just for you to get like just the G? That's good. Yeah. That's it.
Wasn't I playing?
And then you go 12 minor. That was very good. Now she could play on top of that. You feel like now you have this right notes, and if you just get this flow, you can really flow on top of it. I think it would work. Try it one more time. No, if you get this one nice phrase, I think it will be great. Try one more time. Why not?
One more time.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to play it one more time?
Yeah, well, just to get this, that you are really together. That is, making music for a minute can be really pleasant. Yes. That's the way to go. Try one last. Come on. It is a beautiful melody, no?
And letting that pulse really sink in.
Yes.
Wow.
Boom, boom, boom. And she goes with the cello. Ba-dum, bum. Yeah. It's gonna go now. Yeah, that was great. That was very nice. Yeah, nice job. Like you're making music. Wow.
Great. Nice.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we were at the PSO this afternoon.
Oh, very nice.
So wonderful.
Good. I've really enjoyed working with this conductor. He's
He seems
fantastic.
very good in
Yeah.
the way he conducted the
Beethoven. Oh, Beethoven.
Beethoven. It's just terrific.
Yeah, he's fantastic accompanist.
Yeah.
I mean, Joe Shahan played that Beethoven in a very different way, and he just went with it like a little journey. It was great. It really took a lot of skill to be able to follow it. He was slowing way down, and he had some extra cadenzas and stuff, right? It was
Yeah,
great.
there's some extras.
Yeah. He said that when Beethoven wrote it, he didn't have much time for the last movement, and it was rondo. And it was meant to, like any, thank you, any violinist of the time then would have anyway improvised some things in a rondo form. So that was just, by the time they published it, it was, they didn't put any of the improvisation in, so he added some cadenzas. Anyway, so we're gonna hear,
So,
what's our quartet?
yay!
Great. Oh, here,
Here's the Mozart.
Yeah, that's good.
we'll get it a little bit here, you can have this. I'll take this one. Okay.
Okay.
Let's sit a little bit further.
That's good.
Great.
So I'm not hearing you today.
Put it here.
Can you see him from the side? Yeah.
Begin, you want the photo? What? What, Joan? No, we can carry that. Okay.
Okay.
names are on the program, but I would love to hear, I was telling my husband on the way over here, if I had to do another skill, like, I only know how to play the viola. And all of you I know have other skills, and you do this as for fun, and you still, got some, built up some skill here to be able to play a very
serious
tough
skill.
piece.
No, this is a
That's
serious
so great.
piece.
So I would like to know, it's like, okay, let me share with you what I know about medicine. No, I don't know anything. I couldn't do anything to show anyone. So, but anyway, I would love to hear your names first of all and what you do for a living.
I'm Denmon-Agin. I was an engineer. I retired early. About the time I retired, I started taking up the violin.
Oh, really?
Wow.
I had a good musical education as a kid, but I never played any stringed instruments until I was into middle age.
Uh-huh.
And I've been at it, and I play string quartets at least once a week
That's great.
with the people in this room.
Uh-huh. That's great. Fantastic. You developed some chops. That's good to be able to play this just for fun as an amateur. That's fantastic. Anyway,
my name is Pegeen, and what do I say? Oh, what do I do when I'm a pediatrician, a ER doc at Children's Hospital.
fantastic.
And what else was that?
Yeah, just get to know who I'm listening to. Great.
Oh. My name is Terri, and I'm a flutist who loves to play chamber music, and they only need one flute or never flutes on the chamber music, so that's why I switched to violin, and then I just started playing viola because I love the sound of the viola, and I've been playing viola for a couple of years now, but I love it, and I really like to get better at viola.
Oh, so great.
My name is Dan, and I'm a retired nurse and a retired palliative care chaplain.
Oh, very nice. Okay, well, thank you. Wow.
I'm curious, one thing, just a question. Yeah. Is this the first time you guys played this piece together? Or did you play it before?
Performing it? Oh.
No.
Perform.
No.
Performed it before.
No, but you already rehearsed together?
Oh, we rehearsed.
Okay, like just for me to know. That's
You can tell.
I could tell either way.
It's different for professionals. But anyway, the interesting thing about this piece is it really doesn't start at the beginning, does it? And the idea is there in the beginning, and back and forth. You're like, I'm not sure. We agree on this, and the pianist goes off on her own, and then when it's finally decided, okay, da 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 da, right? It's just a little bit later, but there's a little bit of interplay with, the pianist is trying to throw you off a little bit. And then when you get to the forte right before A, you're gonna, okay, we'll try that. And then, okay, and then the piano's gonna after, right? So I think you could make more of that forte where you're all together right before A. That's like 4 bars before A, right? So, and you can, there could be a little bit of weight. I don't know, your interpretation, it can all be different.
We measure 13.
Wait, just make place that next thing. So try that a little bit, just from the beginning.
What measure is your A?
You don't have 8. That would be measure
Measure 13.
17 or so.
13 is a
13 then is 4 before A.
Yeah, right.
But you want to start at the beginning, right?
Yeah. So start at the beginning. Try placing those. Don't play just right through those ideas of. This isn't flowing just yet.
I'm confused what you're saying. It doesn't really start. To me, it starts right out with this statement.
Absolutely.
And
yeah.
And we're all in unison.
Yes. The fact that it comes in that piano, and it's not exactly. You're all together playing that. But then there's this other little figure after the piano.
Yeah, there's a piano.
You keep saying, here, this is the tune.
This is what we want.
This is the thing. This is where we're grounding, right? And, all right, so then the distraction stops at 8, at 17.
Can I throw an idea?
Yeah.
This is to me is like a conversation, but it's a conversation of people at the beginning. They're not exactly on the same page. So it's I didn't know. And then, okay, pause. Okay, but we're still from. Let's think about it. So, you understand? It's really a conversation. So try. The first is and then the piano comes, and then okay. So let's see what we're gonna do about this. Try that.
You see how you have also a little thing. That piano, do you have the da 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 is still in forte, right?
Yes, it is.
And then
but it ends
da da
in
da 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 da. It's like, oh, you said a little too much.
Whoops.
I think I'll go back to the theme. Da 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 da. It always each time ends in a very subito piano. So try that just to make for more drama there at the beginning. You like that? And then it starts with piano. Da, 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 dee, da, da. Right? Like a very non-sharp. So I think really great about this opening are those differences of forte and piano. So try to overemphasize those. That was great. I really like that. You want to try it again from the beginning? But especially place that piano that happens in bar 6, 7, 8, 9. right? Look at each other and place that piano and start. Really, yeah. Just place your bow on the string. Just let the bow wherever it is for that piano, so it's not too much. And try also to balance who has the tune and who has melody. For example, it's always great to have a violist who will play out in situations. Little bit, yeah. Try to stay underneath, especially the first piano there in bar 9. He's got the tune. Yeah. And you're just accompaniment. So as much as you can. Nice articulation in the left hand, but not as much volume there. Yeah. So we want to take it from the piano. There, the
first piano.
9. The piano is ba-da-ba-be-da-dee-da-dee-ba-ya-ba-ba. If you can all mimic exactly that articulation. Ba-wa-ba-be-da, very stark, kind of. It's not as melodic as what came before.
And the last one was it. Ba, ba. No, toya.
Sure. Has a
Yeah,
little cadence.
yeah, that's it.
Ba, ba, ba.
Ba, ba. That's it.
Right. Same place? Very emphatic.
Piano,
So,
piano is good.
Same place, yeah. That was great. Level was great.
We're starting at 9?
Yeah.
The strings and piano, and the piano and forte. It is great, right? So bring that out. Very piano in the strings. Dum, 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 da, da. That's like, really gonna do this?
I
The
think
piano's like, yes.
look.
Play it out, and then back to, no, sure. And even the harmony changes, right?
That's what I was gonna say. Right there where it's piano. The first time there's a B natural. You see on the viola. No, it's a we don't know it's on the viola. It's on the viola, right? On right the second after. It becomes major for a second, and the piano brings me back to minor again. Listen to that. Play right there, the piano, and then and listen to that. That's the subtlety of Mozart, which is incredible. That's a genius.
Right at 8. Well, you don't have 8.
Yes.
The piano.
It's a piano. The piano just strings one before the piano enters. See, major. No, and you go back to minor.
Actually starts. It's like, okay, here we go. Piano has a tune.
Exactly.
And you guys are accompanying, all is well. Right? Yeah. And then the first violin takes it, and it's what sounds like a Haydn quartet or something. Right? So he really messes with you at the beginning. So make a big difference of those. So that's really actually funny, like how he starts that. But and so when you get to, what is that, where, 23? The accompaniment, the strings should really listen and try to be underneath the piano. I mean, the piano comes out just fine. But some of it's not well balanced. So just listen to that a little bit. And then we want the first violin to come out when you've got the tune, and etc. And then it gets,
that's not until 28.
right, exactly. So you stay down a little bit, stay down, everybody stay down. I always like to hear the cello, because you got a bass. But you know, try to hear the level yourself, and let each solo line come out. Go ahead and go from there.
23.
Right at that 23.
Interesting that I wanted you to try this play again. Where was that? Oh, there, where it builds from. Let's say, we've got a recap on 141. It's G. I don't know if you want G.
Yeah, that's right. That's the recap.
Yeah. So he treats that a little bit differently, and that is a really great place to again bring out those dynamic changes, but very placed, and we'll talk about just what happens there in the balance. So you want to take it just right from there? I'll just stop you.
You want the recap or the?
Yeah, it's a recap.
Okay. Isolate the, how about the viola and cello? Just play that line, just to hear those sonorities underneath what happens, the di, da, da, da. So starting right at 148.
148.
And tune those and just get nice. Go ahead. And really listen, take it a little slower if you need. Really listen to each other's notes and tune them. A little bit higher, a little bit flat.
Is that better?
Nice, very nice. And can you start just a little bit more piano? So just a little more bow speed, but over the fingerboard. Try.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah,
in your rehearsal,
Mhm.
you can try to get that just as similar as possible. So it's just like, chord, chord, and then so that you lay that rug underneath what he's doing. Da, da, da.
We marked that final D piano.
Sorry?
We marked that final D, right, measured.
Right, there is you're missing it. Even in the score, you're missing it. So you have there is a subito piano right there. So, da-dum, B. Right, excellent subito piano, yeah. So you can also practice doing that really effectively. Sometimes performers will play, especially when it's a crescendo into it. So forte, as if you're going to be playing forte, and then just drop into the piano. Just no bow at all, just to get a nice subito piano. So you want to try that again? Right at the recap.
Everyone or just us?
And try for real piano, so that it's a surprise there on that piano.
And one last thing, try to be together on all the entrances. So you know it's going to be now. And when it goes again,
Feel those together.
you're a group.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're starting back at G.
141.
Oh, I'm sorry. Back at
Letter G, 141.
the entrance.
Try beginning that with a little more bow speed. I think you'll get the sound that you want. And then there's the interruption, where you, he thinks he's going to have the line, but you come in right, very soon after. So try it right from there.
At the piano part?
Yeah.
152?
Yes. 150, does it start in 152, or does it start?
157.
157, I think.
Yes, 157, exactly right there.
Oh,
So
okay.
try for a little bit
Oh, yeah,
faster
he
bow
starts.
speed on the first note.
Mhm.
Da, bum. And anything else than that, when she comes in, lay back a little bit. And back and forth. And when does the cello have that too? No. Cello always just hangs back. Okay.
157.
157.
Just one more time. Just you try it alone. Put your bow on the string and pull quickly. That's great. Even faster. Ba. Right, and you'll have to let up just a little bit on the pressure for it not to sound like a scratch. Excellent, yeah, and the faster you can do it, the more resonance you'll get out of that note.
Mhm.
Yeah, try that again. Excellent, and you'll have to avoid the other strings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a problem with me.
That's okay, I mean, it's a hard instrument to play. But that was great. That was great. That was nice. I mean, in order to have the note as resonant as possible, a lot of times forte, you can make that resonance not with pressure this way, but pressure going out. So the bow on the string and let the hairs just let the string ring by taking more bow speed.
Mhm.
That's great.
So there's a little bite on the first
Yeah,
note?
yeah. So you first, it's almost like plucking it. you take and you push it just a little bit, but then let it
Use
go.
up- Use up most of my bow for the first part of it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
And then, of course, then you want to make sure you pay attention to where it's going so you can get the up bow. That's great, yeah. So that's nice, part of it. Did you have any questions or a spot that's difficult for you that you want to go over again or get some?
I mean, I think the development is a little bit like cloudy or something. No, do you think it's it's not very long.
What was that? What did you say?
The development. I mean, I'm
After
from
the
like
double
where
bar.
the viola comes in at.
You want to play the whole development?
Well, no, I was
Oh, it's
saying,
right there that,
It's there that
That's
it
scary
seems
part.
a little bit.
So we got all the scales.
Yeah, I mean, those technically, the technical parts are tough. And then-
Yeah.
and can just, practice super slowly and especially getting the rhythms and some of the but you can leave some of those out if to start as you're practicing it. Any grace notes or things like that.
I've left a
But-
lot of 16 notes out. Have anybody noticed? Did you notice?
Yeah, I got the ears of a professional, but finding good fingerings that work so that your fingers don't get in the way of it is also a nice thing to find when you're practicing slowly. If you're getting to a part and it's always difficult, it's probably a fingering that's not going well. So go backwards and see where you were and where you want to end up to be able to find a nice fingering. If you're finding that a shift is really hard, it could be that it's, again, you're fingering and you try to shift in times when you have half steps rather than whole steps and things like that. That should make fingering a little bit easier too. Just to think about when you're practicing. But did you want to go over those difficult spots? Or I don't know if you want to go put yourself
But
through
I was
that.
saying of this, I think that's just a hard section for us.
Like when you're playing?
I also noticed that any held notes, you have like whole notes held while other members are playing the difficult sections. Just lay right back on those really long held notes so that they don't come out too strongly. So that also gives the person a chance to cut through anything. So careful with your level when you find yourself just holding a note. Listen, see where you are in the context, so that you're not overbearing to another player. But and a lot of this is balanced because there's just so much interplay and it's very exposed writing. Mozart usually is. So good luck. Have fun with it.
Thank you.
Did you have anything else you wanted to say?
No, I think you said it great. By the way, this piece, probably you read the history a little bit. That was Mozart was asked by another composer, Hofmeister, who wrote a great viola concerto, by the way, to compose 2 quartets, and Mozart wrote it. And I don't know if you know it, but Hofmeister thought it was so hard that nobody would buy it because it was to be played in the family. Like, on Sunday nights, those people already were doing that 250 years ago. This music is still alive, which I think is great. And in those days, to listen to music was not Spotify or iTunes or is like what you're doing. So I think it's so amazing what you're doing. We're bringing back to the Mozart times right now. It's really great. Really.
Thank you.
Yeah. All my respect. So, how long each one does, I don't know exactly. We should have something more or so, because it's something that I don't know. The time is not out. Should they play more?
You take that into consideration.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. We don't need to. It doesn't need to. I don't know. Until what time do we go?
Here are the scores, I don't know.
Yeah, how does it take that? I don't know. It doesn't take long. It's only 7:30 now.
No, it isn't. It could. It's,
Okay, I don't know.
becoming real.
Hello.
We're trying now. This is the pro.
Well, I think you should be facing there, so I'll be here.
There you go.
Would you like some of that stuff out of the way?
No.
I can move it up.
All right.
Do you all know each other? Do you get together and rehearse in the same place, or do you get together in your own homes to rehearse, or how is this club?
Well, we have rehearsed this, and Zach went to Eastman
Okay.
in violin performance,
Okay.
and he also got music education certification, so he's not sure exactly what he's doing. And I retired from the public schools,
Okay.
and I'm still playing the Benedum.
Oh,
Okay.
very nice.
Oh, very nice. And you're teaching in the public schools, is that what you're doing?
I was,
Uh-huh.
yes.
You're teaching viola?
Orchestra.
Okay. Nice.
Very bad. Let me just quickly pull up a score for us to see. I have my pad here on IMSLP. Hold on a sec.
We're playing the second and third.
Second, third movements of which one?
The G major.
Okay.
Mozart.
Oh, right. Okay, well, come here. Yeah. Go ahead. Well done. That's great. But another tough Mozart piece. It's great. Let's start with the last movement and do a little bit of. I think now I can talk about a few more subtle things to you since you worked on your parts and the ensemble is quite nice. So maybe some of the transitions from one section to another section, and also how you pay attention to answering each other's voices, how he starts the melody, how you play it, and trying to make it as equal, though in different voices, as possible, both in bowing, of course, and also in articulation. And you can vary your voice slightly, but especially in Mozart, to try to balance it as much as possible to each other. So go ahead and start the first phrase, and I'll stop
I
you.
think I was using a different bowing.
Yeah.
And
So
what should...
Yeah. So try to first of all see what he does. Go ahead and play it, and then try the same bowing.
I admit that I tend to play it differently probably every time going with.
Yeah, and that's nice too. So you can play it differently every time, like in the recap and everything, but then do that the same way. And if it's very, very much different in the same right after in the same iteration, it's a little bit less stylistically correct.
Does the hooking bother you?
Whether he's playing, is it in the part differently than how he's doing it, or is the articulation written the same? I didn't see in the.
First, we're using different editions,
Oh.
which we shouldn't be doing, but
Yeah. Okay.
mine is written single, but I prefer the hooked thing.
Well, you can play around with different articulation. That it doesn't matter as much, but that you're doing it somewhat similarly. If he's playing it on the string and he's playing it at the tip, that's quite a different articulation than if you were to play it in the middle, for example. You can play it at the tip one time, you can play it in the middle another time, but try to pay attention so it looks like, okay, I'm just answering what he said. So try that. So go ahead and start that, especially so the balance wise. To be particularly careful about when you have accompanying figures as opposed to when you're playing the melody. In the second movement, it's quite obvious. The melody comes in and there's a lot of waiting, and there's more accompaniment to be heard, but you have to be very delicate and careful with your accompaniment that doesn't become the figure. Although that's the only thing actually going on in the bar sometimes, right? You have to
Are you
make sure.
saying to tone it down?
Yeah, but in a specific kind of way. Like you want to give the rhythm, so you might play a little bit more on the first beat and give it up on the second beat or the third beat. Just to be so that it's not equally same dynamic. For example, trying something like that. But go ahead and start this third movement, and I might yeah. Stop right there. And the viola is usually with troubles with the viola being heard because the F holes are going in that direction, right? And so violists tend to play a little bit louder, but and you can hear the violin better because the F holes are going here. But listen and play that again and see if you're paying attention to being underneath you, especially, or being underneath the melody at this point. Okay, nice. Now in your ear, you're, and as you're listening and you're hearing it as you go on, try playing what he's playing. You already know your part, you're playing it great. As if you're playing that, and then just follow the shape that he's making.
Dynamically.
Like that. Okay. Excellent. That's really nice. Now keep going. You can keep going.
What?
Just start again.
Okay.
Okay, nice. What are you gonna do with that second da dee da da dee da? So he's gonna do either a little more or a little less. Shape that just a little bit.
Okay.
And then at the same time, you're gonna do whatever he decides to do with that, right? Da dee da da dee da dee da. And if you react to each other in that way, it's just so exciting. So, what do you think you might do? Less or more, or is it
My
a surprise?
instinct was more, but I don't think I did either. So.
Okay, so yeah, and whichever one you choose, if you make it more dramatic, it thrills a little bit more, right? So if it's too subtle, sometimes it's not. If you're doing a crescendo, for example, dee da dee da dee da, and you think maybe it's coming out a little bit more, but it can exaggerate just a little bit, and then you'll follow what he's doing, and then same thing when you suddenly have exactly the same figure, but switched. Right, so you take it away with the melody next when you have it, and let's see what you do with the accompaniment.
He has a big one on the second movement.
Yeah.
You can do that one, like you
Yeah.
have a really long.
Yeah, well, it
solo,
switches off
right?
exactly. Okay, so go ahead and start that again. The way you place that bum ba and look at each other, and we're prepared to play that together. When you have notes that are coming in with pauses and you're just commenting, for example, on just like the last 10 bars or so, right? Try sneaking in just a little bit more, like little comments, like little asides, right? If it comes in too brash, it disturbs what's going on here, and if it comes in a little bit more subtly, then it supports what's going on until you get to the end. So just try that again, like I don't know, 10 bars from where you.
And right where you ended, it comes twice again. It's exactly what you did the first time, either one or the other, but do it differently too.
Yeah. Maybe 27 or 25.
Point to where you're.
The first. Maybe the first.
Oh, that one. Okay. All right.
I feel it's like horn call. Boom, boom, beep, boom, wing, taka, tika, taka. Boom, boom, beep. So you can play that out just a little bit. What's the dynamic there?
Mezzo piano, pianissimo, forte. Each horn calls
Okay,
has a
yeah.
different
So,
mark.
so
and
again, like
dissolution.
maybe a little from the string and pull a little bit more bow
Okay.
speed there would make it, the intonation is good, so it'll resonate a little nicer.
Okay.
And then just really come in, like very much of a call.
So we'll start there with the horn call.
Yeah, great. Can you take it right from those triplets? Da, 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 da. Try also, so you're listening here, he has continuous ones, and you're just coming in. So the tiniest bit late will take away from like the little magic here. So if if you can hear like triplets going on the whole time, da, 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 and you just drop in, da, 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 da. So you're not playing your part anymore, da, 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 da. And then it will really blend nicely if you're thinking those triplets the whole way through. So go ahead on those. They're not perfectly together. I think you can do it.
Let's start.
What if you play? Are you going down, da, 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 down, da, da? Try
Yeah.
up, down.
Okay.
I think. Yeah. That's great. Just a little less. Nice. And getting back into that, the statement again. Take your time. And there's no rush back into it. So I like those transitions when you can be a little bit imaginative with that last bar. And it doesn't have to metronomically go right in. So try a couple bars. That was great. Nice, and also leveling the accompaniment with this, yeah. Well, we can how about we take it from the, there's like the little sad section. I don't know how else to.
Going ahead then.
Yeah, going ahead. What was
Yeah.
that spot? Maybe right before the. Yeah, exactly. So really changing the character suddenly, and take your time. Again, that doesn't have to go right metronomically in. So breathe before playing it, and really like show that this is something new.
Okay.
Nice. Take it from the top with that again. That was really great. The thing that it's a little different the way you're each playing. It comes right off of what he's doing every time. So try really matching what you each do articulation-wise a little bit closer to well, Mozart puts in different articulations and different kind of colors as you go along. So really pay attention to those and sort of overemphasizing the changes, the differences that come up suddenly, and letting each other have the space every time for the voice. So try that again from the top. Careful. really listening to each other a lot more, and it sounds so nice. The blend is so
Right.
great.
Do you guys see a difference? I mean, it's clear, right? You see how it evolves, really.
And so coming into this next little bit where I just stopped you, is that suddenly piano? Is that a subito piano that you get into?
I have it as piano.
Yeah. And do you
Yes.
have a diminuendo going into it?
Yes. Yes.
So I would,
Yes.
there's something about the bowing that you're doing that's not allowing a nice diminuendo into it. I
It's
think,
gonna warm
do you
up.
have that on an up bow or?
Yes.
If you can put it on a down bow, that'll help you make that nice diminuendo. Because what's happening is it's too much of a surprise. You can set it up a little bit better. You have the transition this time. So I'm gonna take your time. Also, it doesn't need to be completely metronomic. And then you can pick up the tempo again.
About 5 more minutes.
Okay. You wanna just try that transition?
Sure. Just those 3/8 notes?
No, like
Or-
4 bars before that or
Okay,
so.
sure.
Thinking about how you're gonna get to it.
Yeah.
And going on forte,
Yeah.
right after that,
I think I know what it
2, 3.
is. Okay, from the top.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, one last thing, because I really want to help you make this transition. This is a really nice one. And then when you start with do, just stay at the tip. Because here, the melody's coming here, and all you have is just so that transition was great into it, but then there was too much bow starting off with the figure. So same spot?
Sure.
He has an upbeat. Viola has an upbeat.
So I think the little fixes that you can make are really in those transitions, going back into, and things where, like, oh, am I a melody here, or where's the accompaniment, and to like suddenly shift gears from whether you're the melody or accompaniment, and to be able to do that from the downbeat is really magical. So, great.
Yeah.